Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Ashley and welcome to Ashley's Roses. So today I have a special guest. This is my friend Lily.
Hi!
So today we'll be doing a friend tag, but it has a cystic fibrosis twist on it. So without further ado, let's get started. First question, how did we meet?
We met through choir, I think is when I first met you. And I don't think we really became friends until like we had like a Disneyland trip and then we roomed together. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like, no, well, cause, wait, what happened?
I was doing my best treatments.
You're doing your best treatments. Yeah, and then I was like, oh yeah, my stepmom has that. And then I was like, oh, like, oh, I got you.
So what is it like having a friend with CF?
I would say that it's just like being friends with anyone else, honestly, unless like you're going through like a particularly bad time. Like you wouldn't even know unless like you talked like, or like if I asked you about it, or like if unless you're doing like treatments or something. So it's not even, I feel like it's not even something that really like impacts our relationship that much. But at the same time, it's also when you are going through something, I think it actually like builds our friendship more because then we start talking a lot. Because I remember like last summer, you were in the hospital for like a long time and you like couldn't leave. And I feel like I was talking to you more then than I talked to her, like, now that she's healthy, and it's like, I don't know.
Oh, whatever. No, I'm kidding.
I don't care about you anymore. No, it's not true. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, so in ways, I think it's almost helped us kind of closer, because, like, how we met, where I was like, oh my gosh, like my dad's girlfriend has that, and so I was like, I feel like it was something that we could like, I don't know, it was something we had in common. As like sad as it sounds.
Besides choir.
Yeah, like besides choir.
Are there ways you had to adjust with having a friend with CF?
Not really. I mean, okay, so one thing is, I don't think this is so much for me, but for other friends, is when you have to measure your blood sugar, right? I don't even
take the blood sugar.
You have to take your blood sugar. And but so we have a friend who was like deathly afraid of needles, and it was like this we had to try so hard to like hide it from her. We're like, oh Brittany, look it's like a chip, like wow, what kind did you get? Oh my god, I love clouds, like the beach is awesome. And like Ashley's just in the corner like like trying to do it really fast, but like I would say that's the only thing I can think of.
What's the hardest thing about having a friend with CF, and what's the best thing?
I would say the hardest thing is that when you do get really sick, and I think especially because when you were really sick, I was actually out of the country, and so I couldn't even come to like see you or bring you anything, and so I was like, oh, you know, like, and I think I was just also really scared because I couldn't actually like talk to you, but then like I would just hear that you were like, we would text each other, but I couldn't like actually talk, and then you would just text me like with news that like things were just getting worse and worse, and then I was like actually, honestly, okay. Like I think when you first told me, when you were like, I'm in the hospital and I don't even remember what you said, but it just sounded really serious, and I started crying. But I would just say like being worried about you when things do go wrong, but most of the time you're fine.
Best part?
Best part. I would just say just you in general. Just
my nanny.
I would say like maybe one of the more like convenient things is because my dad's girlfriend has it, that I kind of like, I don't actually live with her, so I don't know everything, but like I'm like relatively familiar, where with a lot of people will be kind of like, I don't know, like they won't really understand some things when you have to like do your thing. And I would say that is a pro. But I don't think having your friend being sick is a good thing.
it's the best, guys.
I don't think it's but I think it makes it like to have someone that's more familiar with it, but that's not really a pro for me.
Well, it is, or also because like since I have this, like you can also understand stuff about your stepmom.
Yeah, so it goes both ways because then I get to know both of you a little better.
Yeah.
So.
All right. A funny story about our friendship.
About our friendship. I would say, I don't know. The first thing that I think of is that we call each other Ninny, and Ashley thinks it's the funniest thing to tell every single person we meet, like why we call each other Ninny. Like she'll be like, oh my god. Hey, wait, okay. We're Ninny, and oh my god, we call each other Ninny, and it's the greatest thing. Wait, okay, you have to listen. Like, okay, this is why. You want to know why? This is why. And it's always like this whole deal, and it's really funny because like most people, like I don't know, some people think it's really funny, but then some people are kind of just like politely like, and then other people are like, do you know what that means? Like, are you aware of like the definition?
You should probably tell them what it means. Now that I'm going
it's a stupid, foolish person, and I think it fits. I think it's.
You can tell them how I created our nickname.
We're just like sitting in choir, like waiting for a concert to start, and it's always like. This is like post-rehearsal, pre-performance. And so everyone is just so exhausted and we're like so out of it. And so we're like laying on the floor or something. And I don't even know,
you took my spot.
I took your spot and she called me a ninny. And was like, I call my dog a ninny. And I was like, what does that even mean? She was like, let me Google it. So we Google it and it's a stupid, foolish person. And we're like, you're a stupid, foolish person. So I'm gonna call you Ninny. And now we're the Ninnies.
Yep. What advice do you have for someone who has a friend with CF?
I would say that, okay, so like when you got really sick this last summer, and I told my dad and I was like, oh, she's sick, you know? And I think he said it kind of like offhandedly, but I think it's actually really good advice, is he was like, don't treat her like she's sick, which is kind of like, duh, but I think that actually was like, I think when at least when I was talking to you, like a lot of people were kind of being like, that was the only thing they would talk to you about.
Oh yeah.
And they would just constantly be asking questions of how things were doing. And I'm like, okay, well, as your friend, like, I don't need to be a reminder that you're sick. I don't need to be like, hey, how's that thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's like, it's good to know like what's going on, but I think it's better like I don't know, I feel like that's really, like, that's true, because it's just, like, not necessary to always be talking about whatever's going on, especially because that's constantly, like, that was what you were constantly seeing, and sometimes I think it's nice to, like, talk about other things, and have, like, some kind of normalcy that's, like, outside of it, and I feel like that's, I don't know, you don't need to be, like, I don't even know.
Yeah, like
especially because you're so functional. Like, like you're just really functional. So, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you get kind of annoyed when people are like, let me do this for you. Like, oh my gosh, like, do you need help with that? Like, and you're always like, when people do that, like, you're always like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, you get so irritated, and so I think if you need something, you'll tell me that you need it, and then I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, but like
at a choir concert, I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, I needed a hot pack because I had a really bad stomach ache, and she's like, oh, okay, and she goes and gets a really hot.
Oh my god! I asked like every person.
She gets like a really hot dish towel. She gets a really hot dish towel. It's like
that was all they had.
That's all they had. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, if they want to talk about like their medical
and that's
stuff,
not to say
go
like
ahead,
ignore it. But
yeah,
I think that it's just something to like.
Yeah, I mean,
aware
when I needed to vent to her, she would let me. Like, I would just say, like, oh, I'm tired of this, or...
Like, I think if you actually want to talk about it, or it's something that you need to talk about, like, we're in a place where you would just tell me.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that having like people constantly asking you like what is going on, and like because you didn't even tell people, you were like, go to my Facebook. I posted it on Facebook, don't even ask me. Go. I don't want to talk about it. And everyone's like, oh, okay. I thought that was really smart how, because that would be so obnoxious because so many people were asking about you, and I had people asking me what was going on with you, and I was like,
really?
yeah, like people would ask me like, oh, what like what's going on with Ashley, and I'd be like, go to Facebook. But not that it would be annoying, but I think that you would just explain it well, like what people, like, I don't know, like what you felt people needed to know.
Yeah.
And then it was detailed, so then everyone would just know what was going on, and then it didn't need to be this like I don't know, like this dramatic thing. Like it was just like, okay.
Yeah. And do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any funny stories
About
that
a
you want to
friendship?
share? Yeah.
Any funny stories about a friendship? So she and I are huge Broadway fans, and certain parts of the year we just got crazy about one show at a time. So first it was Phantom of the Opera. Like she would send me pictures and I would send her video clippets.
I would just like it was just like the randomest stuff. I would just see like, Ashley,
look at this.
Oh my god.
And
it's
it'd
a
be
person. Like it wasn't even like that funny, but I was just like, Ashley, oh my god, this is amazing.
Look at this person. Then it would be Love Never Dies. That was
oh my god.
No.
That abomination.
I do not recommend it.
I reject that.
Don't.
Mm-mm.
And now
It's on YouTube.
I'm not supposed to tell them that. Yeah. And then the current one we have is Hamilton, which is we're obsessed with it.
Oh.
We will start randomly singing.
I have a good question. Okay.
Yes.
If you were gonna play someone in Hamilton, who would you play?
Oh,
Especially because like they're talking about doing a girl.
I know.
For some of them.
No. Oh, what's his name? The one he says in the damn fool who killed him.
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
I would play Aaron Burr. Who would you play?
I don't know. I feel like, honestly, like if I could actually get
I can see George Washington.
George Washington? Oh my god. Yes.
I
would do it. I would do it.
I can see you doing that.
But I feel like realistically, I would just want to be like a background dancer. As sad as that sounds.
They're so cool though.
They are. Like they do the cool I know. They're so awesome. And like, I don't know. I feel like, especially like, the original cast is so good.
Yeah.
Like I love them. I love them so much. I could never do as good as they do.
So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow any of my social media, comment below, give this video a like, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.